Periva Sharanam. The yogi, his lakshanas. One who does not allow himself to be touched by grief or sorrow is a yogi. The impurities of the mind cause sin and its effect grief. If the impurities of the mind are cleared, our manas or the mind will turn to the Paramatman on its own. We can clear the mind of its impurities only by a regulated and disciplined way of life. Before the Atma leaves this cage of the human body, we must clear the impurities of the mind by a regulated and disciplined living which come to us through proper education and training and practice. If we are successful in doing this, our death or leaving the body itself will become a yoga. Who is a yogi? What is the lakshana of a yogi? The yogi's mind, which has turned towards the Paramatmana, will not think of adding anything to itself. The mind will not have any chalana or movement after that. If the mind becomes steady and firm and unmoving, that is nischalana, there will be no differences or worries that come through the mind. What do we have to merge with to attain that state? The mind should reach the sthana from where it came to the world. The mind should reach its asthana. If the mind attains its origin or mula sthana, it will melt therein. Thereafter, it will not move or have any chalana. That is the state where we become free from all troubles and worries. Take for instance a river. Sea is the Moolasthana or origin or the source of the river. The waters of the sea evaporate and take birth as the river. The river has many runs before it gets back to the sea and merges with it. Does the river have a separate entity after this merging with the sea? Does it have any more run or movement, that is chalana? There is no such thing. The sea, in addition to being the source, absorbs all the rivers into it, and similarly, there is a supreme ocean-like thing, the Brahman, which, besides being the origin or birthplace for all our minds and its vikaras, merges all our minds into itself in a state of yoga. Though it may seem that the yogi has discarded that thing also after his state of samadhi, it is with him. And this is an infallible or unbreakable union. He would have the same experience of the union in his inner self. That is why a yogi is not eager to acquire this or that or anything even when he is in his conscious state or condition. A person cannot be a true yogi if he thinks a little that he should acquire a particular thing. It will mean that he has not attained the goal. For a yogi, no suffering or grief will make any change in his mind if his mind has settled with the Paramatma. No grief or sorrow should move a yogi. He should not show his grief or weep for his sorrows. He would be thought not to have reached the Paramatma if he exhibits even the least chalana or movement of the mind. The yogi will get sorrows or grief which appear to be so in the eyes of the world. But the yogi will not have the least feeling about them. He will be in the state of a log of wood. But at the same time, he will be fully conscious and merged in a feeling of the fullest bliss. He will be always Ananda Magna, immersed in bliss. Staying in a state with no wants for this or that is the level of Purna Yoga. A yogi will naturally be full with compassion for all, and his main concern will be that He shall not be the source of any grief or sorrow or harm for anything living even in the least. He will not have any anger or hatred for anyone. All his actions will be full with compassion. Though he may appear to the outside world as doing many things, he will not have any attachment in his actions. Even the things which may seem to be harsh to the outside, his inner intentions will be full of pity and compassion and grace. Lord Parameshwara, who is the greatest yogi, performs his functions as Samhara Murti, a destroyer, only with compassion. The act of Samhara may seem harsh to us, but he gives some respite to every Jivan, however steeped in sins. He gives time or chance to even the worst of sinners to get merged in him for a while and enables him to reach him. This is like giving sleep to us to make us free of our worries and sorrows. He gives us some respite, as it were, even after this body goes from us. We wake up into another body after some rest, as we fall into good or bad after a night's sleep. We should not have this kind of wasteful wandering into different jananas or birth. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. We should so arrange and have such things as compassion, disciplined life, tapas, puja, yajna, dana, and some such things, so that we do not get another birth. We should have training from even our childhood in all these. If we try to raise or uplift crores and crores of people like this, somewhere or at some time, a yogi will be born. The creation of man will be purposeful and will have a utility only when such one emerges. Periyava Sharanam.